Welcome to the world of Dreamtime. I am Shana. Following on from the presentation on how to decipher your dreams within a few minutes into a one-liner message, I wanted to explore some of the elements further. Here, I'm going to expand on places, specifically retail outlets. The setting in which your dream plays an important role in representing the scene, mood, and feeling. A place acts as a symbol with many descriptive words and meanings attached to it. Taking this into consideration, my intention with this presentation is to help you see the different elements within the setting and to see the overall symbolism. I'll go over various words and meanings attached that you can consider. I hope this helps you to connect the dots of the elements that appear in your dreams and how every and all details provide more information to the message. In Lak'ech. If you have ever worked in a retail outlet and this appears as the setting, you will need to discern if it is about work or that time in your life or the suggestions in this presentation. Another thing to consider is places that you go to regularly. For example, maybe you buy your lunch from the bakery most days at work. If my suggestion on a bakery doesn't fit your dream, then think of what you associate a bakery with. If you're going there most days for lunch, then that would be your essential nourishment, your essential needs. Things to take note of when deciphering your dream is the objects and detail of the retail place. For example, did you know where you were geographically? Maybe you dream sense that you're in a mall from your childhood, or a town you used to live in. This could point you to where the situation the dream is about started, or your thoughts about that area can give you insight to your thoughts on the situation, such as maybe it was a town that you didn't particularly like when you lived there. Another thing would be to notice what you saw, thought of, picked up, tried or ate. Maybe you purchased or returned something. And last, the condition of the shop. Was it tidy and full? Maybe it was empty. Maybe it was cluttered or dusty. Any of those elements will give you more detail to the message. A convenience store, or what we call here in New Zealand, a dairy. This alludes to convenience and taking shortcuts. The shop at a gas station. This alludes to energy or a stop along your journey to learn something. A pharmacy. This does allude to physical health, or what do you see a pharmacy as? Why do you go to one? A supplement store. This does allude to physical health, and it is very specific to dream of a supplement store. So you will most likely be shown a specific supplement that you could try, use, benefit from. A health food store, which has a variety of health products. This would allude to either physical health or nourishment, and that can be internal or external nourishment. The supermarket, this alludes to tools and nourishment, physical or not. And what I mean by that is your physical diet or what you ingest, say your beliefs, concepts, information, etc. A bakery alludes to ingesting sweet or high calories, and you can take that physically or not. A coffee shop or cafe alludes to energy and motivation, Or maybe the opposite, time out in a rest period. And a restaurant. This alludes to nourishment and quality of diet, and again, physical or not. A shopping mall. This alludes to multiple options. A department store alludes to a variety of options. Your opportunities may be presented in different sections, or maybe you're compartmentalizing your options. A furniture or clothing store, this alludes to your character, characteristic traits, personality. Maybe a magazine or bookstore, this alludes to information, research. A shoe shop alludes to your movement along your path. Just recall what type of shoes appeared in this dream. Maybe you're in a shoe shop because you need some motivation, or you need to get back on your path. A sports store. This alludes to tools for playing the game of life or the game of the situation you're in. A toy store. This alludes to the characteristics of a child. A flower shop or a gift shop. This alludes to gifts and talents. A hardware store. This alludes to either hard work about the situation, maybe repairs or maintenance are needed, or tools that are available to use. An antique store. This alludes to the past, something of value, maybe something overpriced. Another example is if you do genealogy or communicate with family who are no longer here in this realm, then the antique store can be a setting to portray a message in regards to that. To recap, the setting can represent the scene, mood, and feeling. Like all dream elements, the place and the setting act as a symbol with many descriptive words and meanings attached to it. That is the end of this presentation. My intention in going through the elements that appear in your dreams is to allow for you to see the possibilities and think of what the elements you dream of mean to you, to connect the dots and see how the elements together create a symbol. Enjoy defining the retail outlets within your dreams and allow all the elements to show you the theme, so you know you are deciphering it correctly. In Lak'ech.